Origins of the Noah's Flood story. Though the story of Noah's flood is most famously recounted in holy books like the Bible and the Quran, its roots actually trace back much earlier. The Epic of Gilgamesh from Sumerian culture contains a similar flood story. In this epic, one of the oldest written stories in history, a character named Utnapishtim is forewarned of a coming flood by the gods. The gods decide to punish humanity because they have grown corrupt. Utnapishtim is instructed to build a ship and gather pairs of every animal onto it. This story contains many of the core elements seen in Noah's flood, suggesting that the tale has ancient origins. The pre-flood world and the state of humanity. One of the essential elements of the Noah's flood narrative is that this event serves as a form of cleansing. In the story, humanity has become corrupt over time, defying divine laws and descending into immorality. Noah stands out as the sole righteous person among his people. God, wishing not to destroy all life entirely, offers Noah a way out due to his faithfulness. Thus, Noah is instructed to build a large ark and bring his family and selected animals onto the ark before the flood begins. Building the ark and preparations. The construction of the ark is described in considerable detail in sacred texts. In the Bible, for instance, the dimensions of the ark are specified as approximately 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, making it an enormous structure. Building it likely took years, during which Noah preached to his people, urging them to repent, though most ignored his warnings. As the flood approached, only Noah, his family, and pairs of every animal entered the ark. The onset of the flood. The flood begins after Noah and his family have entered the ark, with rain pouring down from the heavens. This deluge lasts for 40 days and nights, during which time the entire earth is covered in water, even the mountaintops are submerged. The flood is depicted as a near-total extinction event for all living things outside the ark, with only Noah's ark and its occupants surviving. The aftermath of the flood and a new beginning. Once the rains stop and the waters gradually recede, the ark finally comes to rest on Mount Ararat. After waiting a while, Noah sends out a bird to check if the land is dry. The first bird returns, but later, a dove does not come back, signaling that it has found dry land. This informs Noah and his family that the world has become habitable again. After the flood, Noah, his family, and the animals disembark and begin repopulating the earth. God establishes a new covenant with Noah and promises never to destroy the world by flood again, symbolized by a rainbow. This rainbow is a symbol of peace and a reminder of the bond between God and humanity. Scientific explanations and traces of the flood. There has been significant scientific interest in the story of Noah's flood. Some geologists propose that the story might actually reflect a prehistoric natural event, such as a sudden rise in the Black Sea's waters. Archaeological findings around the Black Sea suggest evidence of a massive flood, potentially triggered by rising Mediterranean waters flooding into the Black Sea basin around 7,000 to 8,000 years ago. This catastrophic event would have been devastating to the surrounding communities, possibly forming the basis of the flood myth as it was passed down through generations. The universal significance of the flood story. Throughout history, the story of Noah's flood has been seen as a moral lesson about humanity's responsibility, faithfulness to divine laws, and respect for nature. Similar flood myths appear in various mythologies across cultures, which suggests the story may reflect a shared human experience or a universal warning. In nearly every version, the themes of human morality, humility, and the importance of harmony with nature are emphasized. Conclusion. Whether rooted in a natural catastrophe or symbolic of human accountability, the story of Noah's flood has secured an indelible place in humanity's collective memory. The flood is remembered as one of the greatest catastrophes humanity has ever known, interpreted by numerous cultures as a lesson. This story remains influential, appearing in art, literature, and religious texts as a profound reminder of the relationship between humanity and the divine.